This is Samson. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
Mr. Samson is the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of hotel. So put some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting on the big mark. See how it's working like this here, and that's small one. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. The beginner, see your beginner. Okay, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is the city of beginner. And they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk. And I'm going to be one in the sidewalk. If I all do it. So, Good evening, folks. Samson told Libra Public Radio. I want to thank all of you that are trooping in tonight again. We really, really do appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything. We ask that you please share this video to as many people as possible. It's very important you do so because we'd like for our brothers and sisters to join us here to have the conversation with them as well. Thank you very much for your support. Liberia Public Radio were very strong, huh? Thank you all. It's wonderful, wonderful to see all of you here. When we see you, bring a good spirit. We want to thank all of you again tonight. We will be discussing our country and things about our country, and I want to thank you very much. Please, all we ask is for you to please share this video to as many brothers and sisters as possible, because we like for them to be part of the conversation here tonight. So you can just help us by sharing this. Just share it. We appreciate it. We're on YouTube as well. If you get on YouTube, you can share that as well. We want to thank you. Safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening. As we come before you, my Lord, we want to say we're very grateful for everything that you have done and continue to do. We're very grateful for our lives. We're very grateful for our family. We're very grateful for the opportunity that you are giving us. Thank you. Thank you. We thank you for the blessing. We thank you for the forgiveness, the spirit, and the blanket of forgiveness that you have on us. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you for everything. We say, my Lord, thank you for things yet to come, because we know you have good things still coming for us. We know those things because we believe in you. We wait for your time. Your time is the best. And we say thank you for that. Thank you for the hopes. Thank you for all the inspiration that you're giving us in our life. We ask that you continue to extend our lives, guide us, protect us. Yes, thank you. My Lord, will come before you again tonight to say that the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the President of the Republic of Liberia be blessed. Whatever he touches, bless his hand. Whichever door he knocks in the interest of the Liberian people, that indeed the door must be opened by you. Extend his life, guide him. We ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Let's go. Whoa, let's go on. Wow. Let's go on. So I'm not going to waste time with this immediately.
You know, when we come on this platform and we say folks that are around and working for this government are causing serious problem for this government, people will come and criticize us. Why you want to separate that from the president? Why is you not making the president be responsible? Yes, the president is responsible. The buck stop with him. But we're saying to you, and these things, every time we open our mouth, you stay here and condemn us. You sit here on this platform and say we're not being truthful. You come on this platform and call the most ridiculous. We read it. We welcome the crown. We're way the most ridiculous on this platform. But these are some of the things I'm talking about. And these things go deeper. They are not just on the surface. You can change government from now to judgment day until we go to the root causes of these things. They will continue to repeat themselves. Because the next group now that are fighting to change this government, they themselves are broke. You take a broke person like me. God forbid, I'm not that broke. God help me, I can eat. I got food downstairs, I can eat, so I'm not that broke. But people who don't have money and you give them power. Many of our brothers and sisters, they consider Liberia as a bank with no limitation in what they borrow. In this case, they don't borrow, they steal. And those who will come to you, Liberians, and say, I don't want to buy you chicken soup. I want to come and show you how so you can buy your own chicken soup. Because here's the thing here. If I buy you chicken soup, it might taste sweet in your mouth, but I can see it in your stomach tomorrow. I say, give my chicken soup. That cry just spoke. I see food in your stomach. You understand I want they not from they not even the only water cutter will not understand the thing. When water cutter come, I see food in your stomach, he will say, where my stomach you think my stomach you can't see anything because he doesn't understand from upriver. People from upriver they don't know these things. But I'm saying to you, if I buy you chicken soup, I will see chicken soup in your stomach tomorrow. You buy your own chicken soup, not only will I not see chicken soup in your stomach, but your chicken soup will be sweeter than when I buy it for you. Because you know how you got your chicken soup. Life is funny. When you obtain legally and fairly, you enjoy. When you don't obtain legally, even if you're eating it, people see it in your stomach, they will curse you while you're eating it. Benedict, thank you for joining us tonight, my brother. And here's the thing here. People who were just on the sideline. You see, but here's the thing. I'm not regretting my position with this president. I have no regret. I have no regret. That's human nature. Let me tell you this again. I think I told you guys this story before. We used to have a pastor who happened to be a cousin of mine, but an older person. They call him Tui, Bale, in Totan. He used to be a pastor. Him and his wife, they left our area and went all the way to Sino for years. They have all their kids over there in Sino and came back to Totan when he was a little older man. But when he came, he was a farmer, but he decided to be an elephant hunter. So he will go when he goes out 3 days, way in the forest. He kill elephant. When he come back, he tell people in the town, "Oh, I kill elephant." The people take their stuff. In those days, when you kill elephant, the police people coming for you, they take you to Zwadru. Where your lesson? You got lesson? So when why Bala going to Zwadru to go to jail or whatever, we going to go eat an elephant. So from that, they say Bala kill elephant. Everybody eat it. When Bala was buying a gunshot, you put money inside. When Bala was going to hunting, you gain long time for him to see in the bush. Fly level, you gain fly level, you gain battery. But when Bala finished killing the elephant, the whole town going to go eat the elephant. These are the kinds of stuff about this election. For an election in Liberia, many of these politicians, it doesn't matter who around them, they want to be elected. And I hope this thing will change around this time around. I hope the new generation of Liberian leaders will say, I want to be the leader, but I want to make sure people who are going to make me the leader, who's going to take me up there, that they are all genuine and we all understand each other. We're on the same page. And not like that in this government. When we were here accusing former President we are dead. CDC put their foot in their mouth, Samson to every day. And so President Baka was going to win the election. President Baka must be given the opportunity to lead. He got 40 years of experience. He cannot fail. But what I didn't get in my mind, my little knowledge, the one even get GED. I even got GED, but that I was smart, I was a good political guru. I call myself guru. The people that were there who interest is only to enrich themselves. They look at the other one, hey, go camping for all. Because of your connection, family lineage, family connection, friends connection to the president, close proximity to the president. Me, they don't even know me. They don't even come on here. Edward, former president Cassidy used to be on the platform almost every other day. You don't even call me again, sir. You even know me again, sir. He used to call me, oh. Hey, my man, I coming on to do. Yeah, President, come. You don't even talk to me again. You don't even know me again. This is also the society that God put us in. The only hope we have, and it's a good hope. Many young Liberians, intellectual. I saw one of them the other day in Baltimore. The man got beat more. Yeah, but they're very smart. Very smart. I will not even call him. He's very smart. I know he's smart. I hear myself, we don't get it wrong well, but he's very smart. These are the kinds of future leaders that we're hoping will take the medal tomorrow. Because when we're running the campaign, the president, the ambassador Baka have 40 some more years of experience. He will not fail. Of course, he's not going to fail. But there were people around. He said, look at the other one here. Hey, we're going to go run our campaign here. Run our campaign. Let the man win. That's my uncle. Our guy's job. They were not even, you couldn't even, many of the people that are at the executive mansion now, during the campaign time, you never saw any of them. Many of them, you never saw them. None. You don't even hear their name. None. People walking in the poo-poo water. They don't walk in the poo-poo water. They're laying behind. Because their connection. When the man win, you will forget me. I enter son. Samson told the man, now he even know you. Go run your campaign. And we were on this platform. Sincerely believe, and we do believe, that the president was going to win. He won. He brought the people in to help. This is our current situation. People who's supposed to help, that will believe when this president win the election, that these people will help him to move Liberia forward. They continue to fail us. They continue to hide themselves, and when an individual comes to power, they use their friendship, connection to come into close proximity of the presidency. And therefore, they feel entitled. And that's the story of Liberia. That's the story. There can be another election coming. They can fight and even remove President Wakai. Liberian can come and reject President Wakai and bring somebody else in. The same thing. Because our Liberian politicians have not learned that the folks that are around you now all mean well for you. They pretend. They pretend. Sycophant. And once they get in those positions, in order for them to keep their position because they have nothing to contribute. Rescue 3, thank you for joining me. They have nothing to contribute. So in order for them to stand out, they tell you you don't do wrong. Everything you did, whoa, Mr. President, people don't like you. They will not tell you the truth. Because if they tell you the truth, you would then understand that they themselves have nothing to give you. So they will lie to you, pretending that they're in your interest. That is the story of Liberia. We went to war. Before that, we killed fellow Liberians. Killed them broad daylight. Because we said they were corrupt. Look what's happening right now. Since the war ended, look at the amount of corruption that's going on. If we were to go by that, you don't have enough power pool in Liberia to put people on to kill them. The amount of corrupt behavior that is happening now, if you say every corrupt person will put down the power pool, you don't have enough. You don't even have enough beach from Cape Mount all the way to Maryland, and not long enough to put all the people on our pole. You don't have enough pole. You can cut all the trees in Liberia, and not enough to put people on the pole to kill them. And we kill family, 13 of them, because we said they were corrupt. And situation is worse than what it was then. Who are we? Why do we behave like that? Unbelievable the way we treat each other. But that's not even the main thing. People use this opportunity to enrich themselves. Why? Because they were broke before. There's no question asked. Everybody want to be rich. But instead of finding a sincere way to be rich, they hook themselves with the opportunity to serve. They use that opportunity and turn it around for themselves. Instead of serving the people, they serve themselves. Go up in the interior. Irene, there's some school building, no zinc. The zinc is leaking. You're safe. It's raining right now. Go look at city of Monrovia. People walking Chuanca, that they see Chuanca used to walk while in Monrovia. The same way I used to walk Chuanca in the mud. In fact, some places right now it's worse. People come and build in area that they're not supposed to build. But because we want shortcut and the quick corner, we accept those things. Then after they lay a root, then you want them out. Who are we? We consider ourselves an educated people. We know both. We know this. But we are unable to live like a civilized people. Corruption. I don't know if we can get rid of it. I don't believe that. But what it does, and President Wakai told us this, that corruption is like a cancer. And I say, no, cancer don't have a cure right now. So people that's supposed to be around the president to help, they themselves not helping at all. Only few. Only few. Only few. Project go to county. County. And the people over there fighting over the kick to who gonna get it. He heavy kickback for the county project, my people. How are we going to survive when those who supposed to serve the people are serving themselves? The yellow machine that the president and his people have done wonderful job to bring the country will do no good for us. I'm predicting this. You will find out that the yellow machine will end up on people's farms. You will find out that the yellow machine most likely will end up in other places. Will do no good for us because people who cajole their position fools, or well, I'm not going to say fools, but fool the people to be appointed. They don't have the ability to lead. And what do? They take the money for themselves. It's a sad situation. People like my little brother here, rescued three here. He has been in a healthcare business for so long. This young man went from city to city. I put Buchanan picture all the other. He even taking 2 seconds. He recognized it right away. And I bet you your eyes can even from Basel, but he was there helping, and he's here now, working in this field. I hope, and he understands. So when the situation like that, when he look at the way the healthcare business run in Liberia, he said, those are the people that really suffering. Liberians who have experience, even though they're in the diaspora, they're making money. Don't get me wrong. They're making good living. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that they are still connected and they see these things that you can do here just a little bit to help community, and their own community is not being helped, it hurts. It hurts. And these are the people that can't sleep at night. When Spoon open up, we all go there. LPR open up, we all come there. The other platform open, we all go there. Why? You mean you don't got nothing to do? Not so. Not so. Every one of us are busy. But everyone is trying to find solution for the country health, for the country ills. Every one of us. Except we don't have the power. Those who come and sing the song to us, the same song that we ourselves singing at night when we go to sleep about our country. Hey, my God, if I were in power, I would do this for my country. These are some of the things we're supposed to do for our country. Hey, God, if somebody, then the people come. The same song you are sleeping, you are singing in your shower. How you gonna, if you God help you, you win a lottery, what you gonna do to your country? How you gonna help your country? Somebody come and start saying that same thing. You say, yeah, that man, I will hang with him. Because I know the woman will hang with her. Because I know they will help the country. Now, here's the funny thing now. Most likely, because to lie, you can't lie forever for you, and you not expect not to be exposed. Campaign season, what is it? What 2-3 years in the player people are campaigning? And President Baka, former Ambassador Baka, used to tell us day in, day out things he's gonna do. And you're gonna tell me that all these time the man will just lie and not be exposed? I don't believe that. He believed strongly what he was saying. He knew very well what he was saying, that this I think he would do. But he also know though, he's a human being. It's a country. It's not a household that he's going to be running. It's a country with 16 tribes. And in that 16 tribes, you go deeper, you got another 400 tribes in each of them. And in those tribes, even in a town, you got 15 quarters. They're from different groups. They speak the same dialect, but they are different. Then you have another quarter here, you have another quarter here, you have another quarter here. And we all come together as Liberians. And President Walker recognized that. that I will do my best to bring the best Liberian to help me to run the country, to help me to serve the people of the Republic of Liberia. And he did. He selected people whom he believed they were the best. And they are highly educated, master upon master upon master. And they're supposed to come and help. What do we get? What exactly are we getting? At this point, I think President Baka need to say, you know what? I will go try something else. You got thousands and thousands of Liberians just as qualified as the other people. They don't have to be partisan, because if they are partisan, they become like somehow entitled. They feel bring people, bring people who most likely would not be able to depend on partisan issues. Bring people, different Liberians. Other than that, we will continue to repeat what is happening right now. President Baka don't even smoke cigarette. I don't know what he drink. What he drink with drugs. What he would do with drugs. And drugs were one of the issues he was fighting against. Drugs were one of his main objectives of wanting to be president, to help the children of the Republic of Liberia, to make sure things like the drugs does not become issue in our country. And we got people. But here's the thing here. Before, let me bring in Walter Cutter before I go anywhere else. Walter Cutter, man from Upriver, good evening. Thank you. I will ask you one question before you say anything here tonight, but let me go on. So, we come from civil war. And I'm not blaming everything on the war. But here's the thing here. We were never truly detox, if you want to say that. How you would take person who been drinking, you should be a drunkard. Then he say, okay, you're throwing, you even do anything. You're throwing the house, one, two, three. He stop drinking. Then he say, oh, the man killed now. You put him in a liquor shop. That don't trouble you looking for. We come from civil war, and during the civil war, nobody respect nothing, not even lives of other. We don't respect that. So, oh, the war over. What happened to our psyche? The war over, so we done here in this country. Oh, but you say America is rich. Okay, I gave you that. But still, you got some people that come from war and they are unable to integrate back into the society. How much more about Liberia? How much more about Liberia? When you even get fitting a doctor to do psychiatry doctor to go and look at people behavior and things like that. You think they're sitting down there? Or because we think that Liberians are just like, it's going to explode. It's there. The mindset is there. And that's why when they're ready to do mob justice, whatever they call themselves, they don't think. Because they just come out of them. Because that's what we used to. And these people that need help were never given help. You think because the person say he got master degree, so he was never affected during the war, you make that person now big shot. You think they care? You think they really care for their moral? They will steal because they were never really brought out of that system. I can't blame them because when they're ready to do the stealing, where you and myself, or perhaps other people who never really did these kinds of stuff, they say, that don't belong to me. But many of these people, the kinds of suffering they went through, the kinds of things that they went through, they might not be able to kill people, but their moral has been diminished greatly. And you're asking them to handle money. You're asking them to lead. You're asking them to be a servant. Where were they when they were it's supposed to be servant? These are people years ago. You used to give people tabe, and you want them to be a servant to those people now? Is it not a joke? And so I will go into the drugs issue, but I just want to lay my little background here tonight. Let me welcome Mose, who's just joined us. Mose, you in the car. You able to talk? I bring you on. You able to talk?
Yeah, I can talk for a little bit, and then I'll be leaving you guys because
Okay.
I just don't want to miss the show like that. Thank you.
Okay. So
You can go
again,
off camera and you can just put the earpiece in your ear, Moses.
you can just get off a camera while you're driving. I mean,
On
yeah,
camera.
you can.
And then yeah, and then you
uh, Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, but please don't drive until you
No,
when
I'm
you.
not driving.
All right.
I'm parked right now. I'll
Okay.
give at
All right.
least 20
Okay.
minutes
All
of
right.
my insert, and then I'll see you guys. I'll stay watch the show later
Okay.
when
And
I get off.
so, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, again, I want to thank all of you. But these things are very, very painful to many of us. Many of us. You think every day I don't get paid. You think my one I got nothing to do. I got children here to take care of. My social security now is 16 now. I know he's 17 now. So the other brothers, they were still my children, but I don't count them anymore. Anybody over 18, you're not my son, you're not my daughter anymore. You're my son, the competition. But we have things to do. But every day, when you go to spoon, when you go to class, read, anywhere you go, all of us we're listening and we're saying things, we're writing what we want to be done in our country. But we don't have a partner. A partner. You can't a big country like that. You can't have just President Waga to be your partner alone and the rest of it going differently. You're not gonna succeed. Even when you leave from here, you have a good idea. You leave from here to go see President Waga. They ask you what you want to see the old man for. You explain, say, oh, okay. If it's not in their interest, you got no way to enter. Campaign time, they let you see the man. But it's deeper. And we'll be discussing the cocaine stuff here tonight. But I just want to lay out the groundwork that we're all suffering because we were never really, our mindset have never been clean since the war. And so when we're ready to croak each other, we don't care. We don't think twice. Your own brother will croak you in Liberia. We don't think twice. No. Because we have never given the opportunity to actually come out of war. A whole. Your body might be out of the war, but your mind is still, it doesn't take much to bring it back. Let me bring in Walter Carter. Yeah, the Rescue 3. I'm just laying out the groundwork. We'll talk tonight. No other subject matter but the drug issue will be the subject matter. Walter Carter, thank you for joining us. Let me ask you this: why? You know what is it? What it mean by seeing food in your stomach?
seafood in your stomach.
Yeah. If
Mm,
I see food, if I come to you, I say, oh, Walter Carter, you can always see food in your stomach. Oh. You know what I mean?
galera.
I told you that man from up river. You don't understand. Where's that cousin? If I start carrying your knee around, that water cutter guy, you can see food in people's stomach. Oh. You know what I mean?
You can eat
Oh my
right.
God.
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Anyway,
Yeah. But
I
anyway,
don't know.
let me just tell you what it means.
Mhm.
So for example, let me bring in Jane. Jane, you gotta turn your camera around. Thank you for joining us. So I come to your house. I eat from you. The next thing I know, You almost said talking, and you went to my house, you ate the other day, you see soup, you
Oh,
see food
okay.
in my stomach. That
Mm,
crying speaking. And you're from
okay.
everywhere. You don't know that one there. You don't know those things. But and I told everybody
Yeah,
already, but
the
thank
other
you.
people got ways to say it too.
Well, other people. That's the only way to see if you don't see food in my stomach, man. I'm not eating from you again because you can see food in my that water side with that Maria way of saying it. It mean the same. But let me come to you. Walter Cutter, thank you. James, thank you for joining us, guys. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear
Loud and
you.
clear.
Okay. All right. Walter Cutter, let's hear you. What's on your plate?
Am I okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Turn your
Walter
camera
Cutter,
upside down, you'll be okay.
but you gotta turn your camera the other way,
Yeah.
man.
Turn your camera on the other way so you can be okay.
Which wait, let
It
me
doesn't
see.
matter. Flip it. It
Yeah,
should
flip
come
it
back
again,
to
flip it
keep,
again,
keep,
flip it.
keep going 90 degree. Keep going 90 degree. I don't say 35. I say 90.
No,
Hey,
I think
liberal,
I okay. Yeah,
Okay, go
let the man flip
I
180.
it
think
so
I
he
okay
hit.
now.
Okay, go
Okay, I'm
180.
okay.
90. That means you go, okay, go 180.
Let the man
I,
flip it so he can be down before be
Oh,
up.
okay. All right, that's fine. Walter
yeah,
Cutter,
I'm
let's hear
okay.
from you. Walter
Oh
Cutter,
God.
let's hear from you. What's on your plate?
Yeah. No, yeah, James the liberal and the security analyst. I like to say hi. This weekend I was out there in Atlanta, Georgia. Went to grace the occasion, the graduation ceremony of my niece, graduated
Did
from the
you
university.
happen to read like that
Wait,
by George?
no, 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 no. I met Mr. Cummings on Saturday. He came
Hmm?
at the function. Yeah, I mean it was a nice thing. We talked and all that. Yeah, but it was beautiful. And yeah, I would just like to say thanks to everybody for keeping the show on. So, Libra, what's on my mind is the same drug issue. I think I posted in our chat room and I sent it to individuals of some recording a lady posted out there that she was reading some dossier. The dossier has information that link our government to this drug trafficking, especially the $19 million drugs. Some key members of the executive mansion and the executive anyway. But it's not authenticated, so I don't want to go deep into it. But I just put it out there, and now Spoon start to talk later about it. And some of the names that they later call in her video are some of the names that Spoon were talking about. And they still investigating, they're trying to find out. But what is important is where our country is heading. Um, the government can the government can fire people from who are involved in it. The government can crack down on the importation or even the manufacturing. I mean, as alleged and all that. My fear here is for our country to be a hub. That's the disaster. Because we know that when these people, because like Bureau, like you said, we have not fully recovered from our civil war. And if these people introduce drug in our society, where the common man who fought this war, that the common man is not working, or men are not working, and they see how lucrative this business is, will start experiencing what the people experience in Mexico. That means there will be war where people will be killing each other, adopting each other for drugs and all that. We don't want that. So my thing is not politics. My thing is for us to talk. I don't like to say let appeal to this government. I ain't got no reason to appeal to this government. The government came to office to protect Liberians, to protect the sovereignty of this nation. And I am demanding, because it is by our right, the Constitution, I am demanding that this government do just that, to provide maximum security in our country, to fight these drug wars, laws who are coming, make sure to put them out of business before it gets to the most dangerous part. And when it gets to that part, we ain't got no control on it because our society, the people are not working. We got people just sitting down and say, oh, I don't mind, it's the devil's workshop. So if we're just sitting there doing nothing, this government must do something, and they must do it like yesterday. It's so
Thank
unfortunate for us to start hearing the kind of news we're hearing now about government official and all the other stuff. But that the government will investigate, they will come up with their findings, and then we can take it from there. But
thank
that's what my concern is.
thank you. And just a little note here.
Mhm.
Government allegedly being involved into drugs issue. It has always been. I remember a similar situation, not like this here, but similar situation back in the 70s where a guy, him and his body, about government being involved, and there was a killing on the beach. Way back, a policeman killed somebody. So government involvement in the drug is nothing new. But anyway, that's that. Thank you for bringing that up. Mostly, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Libra, and welcome to everyone. James, how you doing?
Yeah.
Wilton, I came to your town, and you never accommodated me, and you get up and go to Atlanta, Georgia, to go hang with people. That way you would treat your brother. But that one we'll deal with it when we meet.
But what you doing in Canada? Why you can't go to Rhode Island, your town? What you doing over there
I
in
went
Canada?
to Rhode Island.
Man, then
I
you're
was
not
in Rhode
down.
Island. I
You
called the
just
man.
pass through. You're not
No.
Connecticut, man. You
You
just
see,
pass
why are
through.
you pleading for the man? The
No, you
man
just
know
pass
what I'm
through.
talking about.
We know you went to your own village. Where you coming to come may plow with it, man. But you go to Connecticut, you went over there, pass through.
Thank you,
You
Libra.
went
Thank
straight
you,
to
Libra.
went
Libra,
Yeah,
you
straight
the
I
to
was
the.
best.
going, I was going,
Moses,
looking for the
Moses,
man. I got there, I
Moses,
talked to the man, I said, I'm coming back.
Moses,
Yes,
Moses.
yes.
We kept up. It's not too strange. You know, CDC people can maintain friendship and alliances. You know,
God.
so
Here we
just
go
forget
again.
about that.
There we go. Go ahead,
Here we
Moses.
go again.
Let's hear from you.
No, I'm not going that route today. But you know, Libra, the issue with the drugs thing and Liberia has been the center of drug issues since 2009. And I know that because here there was some investigation going on. There's a alert that came out between 2009 and 2011 that Liberia had become the hub of drug trafficking from West Africa. You know that they've cracked down. Before then, they had cracked down on Colombia. So because the Colombia was really focused on by the international community and Interpol, they used Liberia as a hub because Liberia was just coming from a civil conflict and everyone's attention was in Liberia and there was less security and less resources to even fight the drugs. But the case you talk about on the beach, I happen to know that particular case where, in fact, the guy that was shot was a CID officer who went on the beach to investigate
Right.
with three other colleagues, and he ended up dead. I was there. I knew that case. I know of that case. So when you have a country recovering from civil war and when you had the widespread of drug use, it becomes difficult. I've said it on the show many times. They need to they need to go after the big wigs. The people who bring in the drugs in the country has been going on for years. And administrations need to focus on that. But we need the appropriate people who have learned how to do the job, who know the street, who can interact, who can come up with strategy, sting operations to see how they can do that. The investigation right now that is going on, I don't know. We say we're investigating everything, but we never get results in our country. When you're investigating and the word on the ground is a 2-week thing. After 2 weeks, everything dies. It's not the first time they had a large quantity of drugs coming to Liberia. The last time I remember the American government tipping the Liberian government and they see some drugs. What became of it? Nobody knows. After 2 weeks, it dies. And so if they're serious about it, they need to get the right, like you, when you are introducing, we need to get the right people on the ground. And we have many people who are Liberians who can speak the language, who can speak the dialect, who know the terrain, who can get out of here and be involved with drug investigation, and they're willing to go to that country. But like you said, you go there, you want to see the puppet, people say you want to see His Excellency, people say, oh, okay, the man, you want to take somebody's job. That's it. They close the door on you. Before you get there, people here already know. People are already calling their resource, their sources out there. Oh, that person come here, so you're gonna be on the lookout. And all of these things happening, I don't know what's gonna happen with the country. But people in that country were desensitized during the war, and they will remain desensitized. And they will not pay attention to some of these things. This drug thing, maybe I'll get on the show tomorrow when I get home so that I can really, you know, we can get into the nitty gritty of how some of the things happen here that, you know, some of this thing operation we did. I will not give you specific, but I can tell you some of the things that we did to address some of the issue on drugs. And the Liberia government is not even close to that.
Thank
The
you.
closest they've gotten to that is when they signed a contract with the United States, the Defense Department, the Chief of Staff for the military, recently signed a contract, and now they got a boat that can navigate the ocean. That's one little piece of the puzzle. One little piece of the puzzle. And they're making effort through the U.S., but it's going to take people on grounds, train people to really fight the war against drugs. Now the civil war is over. We need to create war against drugs in our country. And
Thank
the way
you.
we can do that, we need to get the technocrats down there, the technicians down there, to make sure to do it.
Thank you, Moses. Let me bring in James. James, thank you for joining us. We'll
Liberal,
discuss. Yeah, we'll discuss. Yeah, go ahead.
Liberal. Before you just bring James in, I always hear the security analyst say now that the American government gave us both. The American government gave us both when President we are in office to Prince C. Johnson to fight piracy and not piracy, people who are coming to our international water doing, I mean, our water fishing and also drugs. The boat were there. So if they get an additional boat, then are two boats to fight those kind of crimes.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for that information.
James, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I mean, still on the issue of drugs, you know, like you started, talking about. I know, I mean, President Boakai to be someone who, I mean, a lot of Liberians respect so much. I mean, put in very high esteem, and they are right for doing so. I mean, owing to what he's doing and what they know about him, he quickly, when it comes to integrity, earns the integrity of many Liberians. I mean, emotional maturity in his leadership. And so I would not want any sting or further sting on his leadership. I really want him to be able to take some actions, real strong one, and against anyone, irrespective of who will be involved into it. Because look here, if we say we want to tackle the issue of how do you call them, the Zogo on the streets, and finding place for them to pour them, but then the very thing that causing more Zogo to come about, I mean, is loose around the place. I mean, quote unquote, reportedly in the hands of people, I mean, believed to be in power or leadership. It speaks volume and it's so alarming. So I think we should not play any form of politics with this thing. We should condemn it. We should pugilist it, punch it real high, and so that our country will not be seen like, I mean, one of the many states there were, is it in South America or other places that will call narcotics, and state and the rest of it. I know somehow we might be distance away from it, but this is the trend. That's how things happen. So I want the government, I want President Boakai, to really step in to be able to do something, because the further when the government is a bit parsimonious or stingy on releasing information, people will begin to speculate. And we don't want people speculating here. When people speculate long, I mean, within our societal environment, we find ourselves, a lot of people tend to believe it. So, hey, President Boakai, one point, like I would tell him, Stan and others on the network yesterday when he invited me, and I said this, years back when he served as vice president, in a particular interview, I put it to him. I mean, there's this news that you want to be president. What new is it that you want to bring to this system? What is it that you want to do that is not happening? And he said, Lord James, we have to be strong to be able to take actions and measures to be able to change his country, to be able to do those things. So I want to take this time to remind President Bouakai of what he said just a few years ago. We have to take strong actions. We have to make decisions in moving this country forward. The ball is right now in his court. Let those actions be taken. Let the decisions be made. Let whatever happens. I mean, irrespective of who may be involved. I mean, let hair rolls. Let hair rolls. Irrespective, because for me, I hate to play politics with this thing, with drugs business, because it's not. Imagine if Liberia rating gets high in this drug something, and you're moving around like a Liberian citizen, or maybe moving with a Liberian passport, you have some sting on you already. We don't want that. So let our government be able to speak hard, tough, and truthful, like they have always been doing. I know President Bouakai to be a very strong woman, very truthful, and that's why a lot of Liberians really giving that level of respect. So I want that to continue. Yeah, I want that to continue. I mean, let he strike the nail. I mean, on whoever may be involved in this thing, especially where we are hearing that people at the top there may be involved into this thing. So let the right thing happen. Yeah, let the right thing happen, and let decisions be made to save our country.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. But
Liberal?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello?
my goodness. Okay. We're left. Now I need to come back.
Okay, go ahead and do that. But this is what I'm going to say. Why these two gentlemen are leaving me left and right. This is what I'm going to say for those of you that are listening. Thank you, Yo, for joining again. We appreciate you. This is what I'm going to say. Until we, the Liberian people, would take upon ourselves with a strong conviction, not necessarily witch hunting people, but going after folks, auditing, even private citizens. I'll give you an example. Many of the Liberian millionaires in Liberia today, what are they selling? What kinds of business they're involved in that are giving them that much dividend? Do we have stock market in Liberia? What business are they in? You have to do that. Not necessarily to witch hunt people, but to make sure those who are involved, that indeed they are legitimate. One thing. Second, that those who are involved, that have all this money, millionaires, let them tell you. Let them be audited by the revenue agency here in this country. IRS will audit you, whether you make $50 a month. If they want to audit you, they will. But you have all of these people that have the money, and other people find out, oh, they know how they got their money, and nothing's come out of it. And the drug business is a lucrative business. You put people in the government that are already broke. They have nothing.
Liberal?
And you have people, hold on, Moses, hold on. You got people in Colombia. They know your system. They come to you and offer you $500,000. They come to you and offer you almost $1 million. You know how tempting that is? You can change everybody you want to change. It's not going to stop until you have a government that will say to its people and its workers, We're building a new jailhouse. It's going to be clean. We're going to have coke in there, but we're going to seize your property and your liberty if you're found guilty. And you start going after these people that work in the Senate, after these people that work in the representative that are millionaire. How did you get your money? Tell us. What business do you sell farina around here that people like and they're buying, making you money? You sell palm oil around here that people like, making you money? Where are the documents to show that you have this kind of money? If we don't do that, the young people that we're hoping will come, all the people you see running their mouth, blah, 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 you put them in position, they want to get money. So for me, the drug issue right now, yeah, well, they will make noise. It will go, like Moses said, it will go away. Even if the president fire people, the next group that are going to come in there, they're not looking for a job to serve. Many of them. And I know these things because I have conversation with people. They are not looking for a job to serve the people. They are looking for a job to serve their own pocket. Look at the people that came to United Party right now. Go count and see how many people have built houses. Why were they not building the houses when President Weah was in power? If they have that kind of money. Similar situation with President Weah. Look at the houses that people were building. Where they get the money from. These are the incentive for people to run campaign for you and make themselves available, make themselves visible, so that when you win the election, you bring them on board, their life is over. They change overnight. So I want to say to you guys, while we want President Baka to take action and what have you, let us don't hope for only that. The president, he can get upset and say, you want to ruin my name. You want to do this to my government. You have to go. The next person coming, nothing going to change until you don't show the person that way. You show the person in the prison. If the person is found guilty, the person goes serve. All the law the people have buildable, they found that they go and build them out and all that. While they enjoying life, the money they finish stealing, they use that same money and pay a bill. Then they sit outside. We're going nowhere. We will go nowhere, I believe. So let me, Moses, before I come to you, let me go. Let's just go around. Let me come to.
Thank you. I'm going to be leaving soon. I just want to make a couple of comments, and then I'll be on the show tomorrow to give more details.
All right. Okay. Walter Carter. After that he's going to be leaving. Let's hear from you, Moses. After that, then we'll bring Walter in.
Thank you. I listened to James talk about the president and honor his promises and all of that. James, we're not here to praise the president or to do anything. This is something that has to do with serious national interest. You mentioned the Zocos. The kind of drugs in that country.
Hold on, Moses. Hold on, James. Let him talk.
James, hold on.
James, let him talk. Let him talk. James, let him talk.
We're not here to praise Kumbaya. Every one of us met with the old man individually. We talked to him about our interests, and they're all about interest in politics. We ask him questions, he answers us. This time, let me just say this, well, because I have some experience in this area. I'm not saying I know it all. But when you look at Jamaica, the two major parties in Jamaica, the PNP and the JNP, those were the biggest drug cartels in Jamaica and control the government. We don't have them labeled in Liberia, but we know there are people who are in high offices and they don't have a cartel yet, but they're building one. When we've seen $50 million worth of drugs coming in our country, it's beyond cartel. It's beyond Zocos. The Zocos cannot consume that amount of drugs in our country. And we know that in 2009 through 2011 and 2013, that the American government put up an alert that Liberia has become a hub for drug trafficking outside the west coast of Africa, all over. All of these details, listen, you want to do research, you can do research on it. I got enough documentation on it. That's why in 2017 I went back to school and I learned something so I could help my country. And I'm sitting here doing nothing with the education that I have in that area. And so this is beyond that. We need to put people there. It's not about, oh, the Buckeye say you're going to do that, you're going to do that, for us to patronize him. No. This is a threat to the national security and the existence of Liberia. We got to take it seriously. We got to take politics out of it and making somebody look good. Period. We need some strong heads on the ground who will go in and do some dirty work to fix this thing. And it has to be fixed from the top down, not from the bottom up. It has to start from the top
So,
down.
so Mose, let me go. You don't have to answer this if
Yeah.
you
Let
don't want.
me
Hold on,
come
James.
in.
Hold on, James, please. I beg.
Let me come.
James,
Yeah.
hold on, James, hold on 1 minute. Mose, let me be. I'm not gonna. It's not personal, but I will call names
Yeah.
that you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know the president.
Yes.
You have met with him before.
Plenty
Yeah.
times.
Moses knows the president more than you and I.
So you know his nephew Sir Johnny. Sir Johnny in Rhode Island, he was not somebody that was around any kind of crooked business.
Yes,
In
sir.
fact, Sir Johnny used to live in Providence, work in Boston. That's how
Correct.
much he used to work for his money. He's a hard worker. I
Of
know him.
course.
So why would they? Do you mean Sir Johnny does he doesn't have that kinds of communication process with President Wakai to let all these people that are there doing what Moses what Jim is crying for them to continue to allow for them to sit. If I was there and he's my uncle, we're not gonna have these things. It's gonna be a serious conversation.
You say
First of
that.
all, I'm gonna try to protect my family name. That's the first thing. The second thing is about the country. And Sir Johnny has always been into politics ever since I've been knowing. He's not somebody that allow people to sit down for somebody to abuse somebody else's right. So the question that I have for you, Moses, knowing Sir Johnny and knowing the old man, you think there's a conversation among them? Up to this point, you still have people who some people have been complaining about over and over and over, and they're still in that office. You think Sir Johnny is just so tired and what the old man want to let him do? You think that's how we are now?
Well, I know, that question, I would take it as a rhetorical question, and I would say to you, we know people in the likes of Sajani and other folks who are close to the old man. And if you ask anybody else in Rhode Island about Sajani, they will give you the very story you just talked about. But again, politics is different. When people get into position, they become they isolate themselves from other people, so that they won't be polluted with a whole lot of talk and whatnot. And I can tell you that I'm not too familiar with the relationship between Sai and the old man. I know they've had a lasting relationship. Anytime he comes, Sai is with him. Recently when he came, Sai was there. Sai was with him. Mr. Johnny was with him. He travels with him. So as far as I know, does Sai know the integrating things that are going on? Does he know how to investigate drug trafficking? Does he know some of these things? Or does he know people who can speak to the old man? I would say he knows people who can speak to the old man. He may not be Okram in these areas, but he knows a lot of people who can speak to the old man on these issues. And I think our conversation here need to expose that, need to let him know that they need to start reaching out. Whether or not these people around the old man are putting him in a bubble, and they've already done, a lot of the folks in Liberia know what's going on. And they put this old man in a bubble. I don't want to give him anything, but the buck stops at him. And he needs to take some action, period, on this issue. Because it makes him look bad in the country, and the support he's getting gonna start being blocked, because if he doesn't address those issues, a lot of support he's getting will stop. And who's gonna suffer? It's the little people, like you said. Everybody else around him rich. They got their money. They're not going to suffer. It's the Liberian people who are going to suffer because we don't get the kind of aid and grant that we're getting from the outside international community. This is a serious business. So I'm not here to toot the horn of the president and this and that. I'm only here to say they need to take some serious action. And we got people who are ready to go there and do serious action. And Liberal, you said it. They need to bring strange people in who are not the usual suspects, who are not compromised to come in and clean house. Period. Period.
Thank you.
Then our country can go forward. But we will talk about it more. I got to go. And
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry I couldn't get on the show.
Thank you. I think we need to do
No,
more than
but
that.
I
If
wish
we can
Moses
turn,
was
if
going
we
to stay. Yeah,
if we
I
can
wish
turn
Moses
this,
was going to stay. You know,
no, he
I
has, he
wish.
has, he got to go. He got to go.
Yeah, I
So
got to go. I got to go.
thank you,
I'm
Moses.
sorry. I just wanted to
Let
come
me
in to let you know
No,
that I
no,
have
Moses
interest
spoke
in
as
this and
if.
we can talk about
Yeah,
it. James, we can
yeah,
talk about it
Moses spoke.
tomorrow. Come
thank
back
No,
you.
tomorrow,
Moses.
James. I'll be available to talk to you.
No,
Please.
no, Moses. I'm not
All
too
right.
happy with you today, man.
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
Thank you. Jim will come to you. Let's hear from Walter. Jim, just hold on 1 minute. For me, I'd say if Liberians are not being truthful with our father, let him reach out to the American and turn some aspect of the government to the American. Let him come and help him. If we Liberians are unable to help to run this, let him turn some aspect of the government to the American. In this national security aspect, in the national security sector, the drug sector, whatever it is, let's turn it to some people that will come and clean house before they turn it back to us. But let's hear from you, Walter. 'Cause I'm really getting a little bit not frustrated, but not upset. I'm happy. Walter Cutter, let's hear from you. Then we can bring in James.
So, no, so yeah, labor. This the thing. And the question you asked the security analyst, it was a very genuine one. And what you said, yeah, if the president, the people at Ryan cannot help, and he reach out to America. Let me tell you something. My experience over the weekend while I was in Georgia. So they had a Liberian conference. I don't know if you heard about it. The foreign ministry in collaboration with the Liberian
Walter Cutter, what's wrong with your
had
phone?
this thing where they had the people.
Walter Cutter, can you hear
My
me?
phone, can
Something's
you hear
going
me
on with your.
now?
Yeah,
Can you
we
hear
can
me?
hear you
I'm
up.
here.
You're in
Nothing
and
going.
out. You're going in and
Okay,
out.
can you hear me right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, what
Okay,
happened to the conference
so
you
there was
said?
this conference and the deputy, I think, minister from foreign affairs or whatever she is, Jackie McKay had that meeting, and they had this guy, they call it the diaspora forum, and they had this Emmanuel Wati guy who was the media what is his name, the
Former
he was
President
hosting it.
Yula?
Yep, Emmanuel Wati.
Yeah.
he
Mhm.
he he was the he was the moderator. So
Of course.
everybody on the phone, they had over 100 person on the phone
Of
and
course.
asking questions. And they came to me and I raised my hand. And Jackie, gave me the platform to speak. Once I start to speak, Emmanuel Wati shut me down.
Exactly.
Emmanuel Wati told me that if I wanted to talk because they never had enough time, he could give me the minister number so I can talk with the minister directly. So
That's
I said,
exactly.
man, on the phone, I was on the phone, and I told Emmanuel Wati, I said, never do that to me again. Never in your life do that to me. Until the minister told him, he said, no, Kata has to talk. These are the people
Of course.
who are destroying this administration. Some of the people, the likes of Emmanuel Wati, the Anthony Kesali, that all you guys say you're new or you're no. That you will think that they will carry your information to the president and say, look, Mr. President, something is not right, not adding up. We got people here that can help. No, they don't want that. I was angry. I was angry that day. And I called the board vice chairman of Yola. I said, I will go out and speak against Emmanuel Water. I'm not afraid to talk to him. I did it before. You can't do that. When Liberians are talking about something, imagine they were talking about the business climate in Liberia, where they want Liberians to invest in Liberia. But guess what they're doing? How can you tell Liberians to invest in the country when you're giving Liberians the same thing you're giving to the foreigner? The foreigner that got the economy in their hand. They're giving Liberian, you got to pay 500,000. 500,000 to establish a business that will get the government incentive. If you get 500,000, it's zero. How Liberian will take all the economy? That's the question we're asking. That's the explanation we're giving. You cannot put Liberian and the foreigner together on the same level. And they say that was a law passed. You pass law to disenfranchise your fellow Liberians, and then you say the economy is in the hands of the foreigner, but you want Liberian to participate, and you set that bar, and you say the international community say that once you set the bar, it should be no discrimination, it should be across the board. That's a lie, because Ghana got a stand up for the citizen, and they got a stand up for the foreigners. And coming back to this topic, there should be no sacred cow. The president should not see nobody, cover nobody. Because the report we are getting, there are people that are very close, that sit with the president one-on-one and talk with him, that are involved in this stuff. Relative of the president are getting report. Except they shield it and they just throw that case away, like they did with the $100 million. We didn't even know the here or thing. We just know. We know if one of the drug disappear or whatever happened from the justice system, everything went mango. Yeah. We don't know.
Which 100
They
million
have
are you talking about?
Hold
the
on,
$100 million drug on the president. We are administration.
Oh, okay.
That's the one I'm talking about. Let me
Yeah,
tell you one
it
thing,
should not
brother.
be
When
that
it
way.
comes to the drug issue in my country, it's not politics.
Yeah.
I got two of my nephews that come from decent family, decent upbringing. They live in the cemetery. So there's not a joke here. I ain't got time for politics. I'm saying it's bad for our society. They steal enough from Liberian people from the budget and all, and then now they want to bring people in our country to cause us not to even move 1 inch. Because if those people hold ground in Liberia, we're done. We're done. We probably will go to the 16 country that got devil to bring the devil in the country, devil and us out to drive the people out of the society. We'll use our African side to do it. Because the people, when they come in your society, look at this country. Look at it, even like the Mexico. Look at the cartel, what they're doing in Mexico. When you see some of the footage, cutting people's hairs, hanging their body parts, all on bridges. And we think that joke. It's not a joke. It's not politics. The president must take the lead. And I was listening to, you see how the people are jokers. You listen to me like Daniel Sano, who is the deputy information minister, will come out and put the thing on opposition foot. It's like they're playing with it. You know about what it put news out? The news media put the information out. The government had this thing going on for almost a week or two. Nobody knew what's going on. The media put it out there. And everybody got concerned. Why you holding people's names? Why I can't call people's names so people know what's going on? Like the community. If you see something, say something. How did drugs come in the country? How did people so bold? The last time I saw boldness in Liberia, it was during the war. I think Liberia, I know you were there. No, I think Liberia on the side, but James, you probably were in Liberia. When I ate that African plane that used to come to Liberia, remember during the war? It will arrive on Springfield. Every arrival, the ECOMOS, the Nigerians were disguising themselves as ECOMOS soldiers. They would go on the plane and take drugs from there and bring it out.
I was there. I was in Liberia at the time.
On Randall Street, one of them, they took the drug and gave it to a guy on Randall Street to keep. The guy took the drug and rocked the drug and sold the drugs. That's Randall Street looking at war zone looking for that guy that day. Like war zone. Only to find out the people that are wearing ECOMO uniform, they were not ECOMO. They were not Nigerian soldiers. They will put the uniform on to act like the soldiers so they can do the drugs transaction in the city. Can you imagine? And we're talking about drugs now. We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful.
Let me bring in Dr. Madi. Can't you? Well, let's go to Jim. Jim, go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Bring in James, man. Bring in James. Thank you so much. And I mean, I don't feel happy that I don't feel happy that my brother Moses, has left. Of which that he will stay there. They say the white elephant.
He's listening to you. Go ahead. Don't break about it. Just go ahead and talk.
Yeah, they say the white elephant does not forget. When I started my narration today, I said this, and I guess you heard me. And when I said, let President Boakai be able to take very strong actions against individuals, whoever, wherever they may come from. Leading by examples. This is someone Liberians respect so much. Yes, I said that. And because why is it that Liberians are respecting him? It's because of his emotional maturity. It's because of some level of integrity. So we want the president to be able to lead by examples, to take strong actions against individuals who might be engaged or involved in this business of drug. Leading by examples, guiding others through your actions, rather than just words, inspiring them to emulate your behavior. That's what we're talking here. To lead by example, it means to act in a way that you demonstrate the behavior, the values, the standards, man, expected from others. And you expect definitely that because they are watching you, they are looking at you, you walking the walk, you want them to do same. And you want them to do same. We don't want the name of our country to be blown out there negatively, like what is happening now. And the name of Liberia going out, I want Liberia name to go out in a much more positive fashion where there will be praises and things. But if that is not happening, there's a maxim in management that says the leadership takes the blame. And I'm not here to say I won't put the blame on the leadership of the country. Of course, I will do that. I will blame the leadership of the country because of that maxim in management principles. The leadership that takes the blame. Charles Taylor was not in Sierra Leone, mutilating and amputating legs and arms. But when it came down to and how to call it, to the law, aiding and abetting, he's being heard today because he's the head or the leader. He was the leader of the group at the time. So this is the song I'm singing. Yeah, President Boakai, we know you build the trust and respect of Liberians, boosting morale and engagement. Do something, Papa, so that people will say, oh yeah, the plenty of respect will get on the old man. Like I said earlier again, and I will reiterate, how are we going to demolish in a sense, centers of Zogos or keeping them? We don't want those areas. We can't have drugs in our country. We'll not be doing, we'll be increasing the number of Zogos in the country.
Thank you, James.
When we engage into this thing. So that's never in the bud. Let's take the necessary actions to kill this thing, to put a knife.
Thank you, James. Let me bring it.
This issue of drugs in our country. And that's what I'm saying, Moses. And like Moses,
Thank you, James. Let me bring in Dr. Malish. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just sit tight. We'll come back to you. Dr. Malish, good evening. Terry, Rescue 2, thank you for joining us as well. Dr. Malish, what's on your plate? Do you care to contribute to what we're discussing, or you have something else you want to talk
about? Good evening.
Thank you.
Well, it is just sad tonight to see the chorus team demonizing the chorus master. It's just sad, And it's also sad to understand that.
James, please, let him talk. I beg you. Don't say anything. Go ahead, Doc.
And it seems to be the chorus group has forgotten to know that His Excellency President Boakai is not in Gabriel, and they have forgotten to know that he's not running an angelic administration. He's running an administration that comprised of human beings who are not fallible. He's running an administration that is being run by hungry Liberians. And so it becomes sad when I hear quorum members saying that they are disappointed and they want to see the United States intervention. It become a very sad evening for me. It become a very sad day for me. Didn't you expect this? Finally, I just want to say here that the foundation of our nation can give you a clue how far we will be going as a nation and where we have come from. You should know your foundation by this time before even complaining. In the first place, His Excellency President Joseph Boakai had just been tested and tried for the first time in his life as president of the Republic of Liberia. So we expect a lot of missteps, a lot of misplacement and displacement. So what we need to be talking about, how can we sanitize this administration? Other than that, I will advise the Coral Group and HCM membership to just remain quiet and not move on to different topic on this platform. Thank you.
Thank you. I hate to disappoint you. We have the right. We are citizens in the Republic of Liberia, but furthermore, we live in a free society. We can talk about anything, caca cleaning, whatever it is we want to talk about, we will talk about it. Let me come to your rescue too. Terry, thank you for joining us tonight. What's on your plate? You care to contribute?
Terry? Well, yeah, actually, thank you to the Labour, the political group, and to everybody here too. Hi, Dr. Mali, Mr. Akwe, and Keto, my friend and brother, and to our audience too. Well, my thing I have on my plate, I was looking at the what will be the political landscape of Liberia, after this Unity Party and CDC leave the scene. I'm foreseeing a future for Liberia on the political limelight with the younger guys like this guy, or Henry Costa and Stand Witherspoon. I'm thinking that the both of them could fight in the future politically. The both of them could be in a race. So I was taking that into consideration, and I was just pondering over it, and I thought that that could be something. But on the issue of uh, on the issue, and I don't think that Henry Costa is finished with politics. I think he's trying to empower himself because one of the things in the Liberian politics is it's good to come from the private sector, empower yourself, get money and everything, and go into politics before people say, oh, they get a man money for the man to compromise for the man today. So I think he's going to come back strong in few years from now. I think he's building himself because he's a strong political voice, and I think that in few more years from now, he will be very ripe to engage and even send on Waterspoon. I see the both of them going loggerhead, and they could end up becoming the two faces politically in Liberia. But the issue of the drug thing, I really don't know what to say because it's shocking to everybody. The Brampo can say 4 or more. So we hope to see what the president will do. I think the president is slow on this matter. I think the justice minister should have spoken on the issue ever since. And I think the president need to fire some people. Otherwise, this will jeopardize his whole entire administration.
Thank you. Again, folks, Samson told Liberal Public Radio, we're going to be opening the line up very shortly. But let me say this here as well, guys. Yeah, for me, if the president act to fire people or what have you, good. If he doesn't fire anybody, it's still uh, good for me as well. And that is, if he fire people, he's going to employ whoever comes in there. until this government go and bring John Monroe on board, they are not serious. They will never be serious. Anybody that comes out here will be the same. If you bring the likes of John Monroe on board and put him in a position where he will be the eyes for you, he will help to clean. But you bring people on board, and many of us here are not rich in the United States. Yeah, God willing, we got food to eat. God give us money from time to time. We can put gas in our car. If I want to fly from here to Rhode Island, I will fly. God give me the power. God give me the opportunity, which I appreciate. However, go look at the people that just came with President Wakai right now. Many of them, look at the houses they're building right now. Many of them, look at the kind of car they're driving. 4 years ago, they couldn't even make it. They were nowhere to be found. So even if you were to go back and bring people back on, do new people, it will be the same until we ourselves as Liberians to say enough is enough. And what Walter Carter say here is very serious. If these people get hold of our society in a way that they're trying, the only thing that's going to dislodge them is civil war. Other than that, they get control of your police, they get control of your judges, they get control of your lawmakers, they get control of the executive mansion, and there's nothing you can do. Your law that's supposed to protect you will all be weakening. That's what a drug does. And if you know you are unable to actually manage this thing here, ask for international help. They helped us before. They gave us our meal. You ask again, most likely they will be willing to help you. Because you go over to Europe and say, we need help, or else things going to be coming your way. We're just giving you a heads up. They'll be willing to help you. You go to the United States, we need help, or else our country is being used. And these are the example. You make that cry now, then don't wait until the people start accusing you of being the facilitator. Because people who are being accused right now, you're not going to fire everybody. So the international community are also looking. They got embassy in Liberia, in Monrovia. They're watching. And sooner or later, you yourself going to be labeled as being a facilitator because it's your government. So I'm just saying here, guys, and I really appreciate you guys' your contribution here tonight. It's wonderful to have that because these are very important situations. They transported the drug according to the newspaper. It was at the airport for almost 4 to 5 days. Do we not have the capacity to know these things? I tell when you leave from here, you go home. They put your stuff through the machine. If you're coming back, they take your fish bag, your fish suitcase. Because when I come here, I bring suitcase full of fish. They take it and put it through the machine. So what happened here? Because those people, they pay. They know what they're going to get in return. So if I'm selling something, I know I'm going to get $5. If I spend $1, that $4 I'm still going to get. Let me go to Walter Carter. Okay, I'll open the line, folks. And just have in mind, when you're in the middle of speaking and the call comes through, please give us the opportunity to answer the caller. So let's go to Walter Carter. Walter Carter, go ahead. Give us your statement on that again. It's all drug tonight. We'll talk nothing else.
Thank you, Labor. So many of times when we come on the show and we try to sensationalize some of the topic here, you'd be like, oh, you're too emotional. We have to put a lot of emphasis on this because drug does not see United Party, it does not see CDC, it does not see ANC, Thus does not see Wilton Keller family. Drugs sees everybody. Everybody. And this is dangerous time in our society. This will be one of the most dangerous if we're not careful. After our civil war, this will be our second most dangerous, and not even Ebola, because of the level of poverty in our society, the level of ignorance in our society. And this government can rescue, the next government can continue to fight until we get rid of this menace that is about to plague our society. And when I hear the doctor come on the show, and I thought he was going to come in with big insight how to fight this, and say we should leave it because we got praise singers and
Yeah.
the praise leader. Are you trying to tell us now that Joseph Boakai is compromised? That the legs of Akwe are sinking and crying, Father, help us. We need you. That he's wrong for sinking? I think Akwe is saying here the things that they told the Liberian people about Mr. President, the things, the songs that they play in the ears of the president and what he knows about the president. He does not want it to be erased by negativity. So the president must act like yesterday. That's what Mr. Akwe was saying. We all know it has been said far and wide and near that President Boakai, he's a man of integrity. He's a man that acts decisively. He's a man like he will change things. Under his administration, for us to hear this kind of news and not far away but close to home, and then you say we should just disregard and go to another topic, it's saddening me. And this platform is big enough to push out there information that our people are listening to. Now we got over 300, almost 400 people watching, and I know more people listening. So this drug thing is not something for us to take lightly. It's not politics. It's something that we should push against. Thank you, Libra.
Thank you. James, go ahead. Let's hear you on this.
Yeah, again, on June 8th, fellow Liberians, and we want you to hear this thing more and more. It was on June 8th when the DA came down and knocked this thing, discovered it at the Robert National Airport. 19.2 million. That's not a small quantity. And we see that the thing has reached what? The case has reached what? National security investigation. And up to now, people saying, and when I just left Spoon yesterday, there was too much calls for across. James, the people will be coming on with investigation, they're coming on with information, and say, we agree. But when you delay in the kind of thing, the speculations will be high.
Jim, hold your thought. Let me go on to this here. Samson to Labrador Public, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yes, thank you. So this is French Sherry calling. Let me first of all say thanks to you and the panelists for the splendid deliberation. Let me begin by saying that we as Liberians in the diaspora, we lack faith in this government to conduct an independent and a very credible investigation relative to the issue of this $50 million drugs issue in Liberia that was reduced to 19,000. And the reasons are very simple. Number one, this government have displayed time with our number, and the records are there, that she is incredible to deliver an impartial information as it relates to investigation to the Liberian people. For example, look at the issue of the Capitol building arson attack. The government made us to understand that they sent for some experts here from the United States of America to conduct an investigation. I don't know whether that investigation is left in the closet of the board chair of the LPR radio station. I don't know. Remember that the government also told us that they were conducting an investigation from the inaugural forum. Remember the inaugural fund that was given to members of the Unity Party instead of the money being used by Liberians to celebrate the inauguration. And the government told us that they were going to set up again another committee to investigate and come up with a decisive decision. As we speak, we don't know whether that particular report is in the committee room of, again, the board chair of the Liberia Public Radio, Mr. Toole. So these are all situations that we can point to tell you that this government is not credible and we cannot depend on the government. For the fact that the information of the drugs came out and then the government could not immediately take siege of the situation, it has to take almost 73 hours due to the robustness of the opposition and the independent Liberians who are very patriotic and want to see a better Liberia making noise on it, that the government is able to come up and lack confidence in this government. The second thing that we are saying is that this government is now using her financial might to silence the press. A few days ago, we saw the Liberian National Police conducting an investigation for, a training for press people. Can you imagine in Liberia? And this is the reason why today we are saying that this particular issue, others are saying that we must soon discuss about press, we must soon discuss about just business. Even right on the station, there are people who are saying that we should keep or we should sweep this entire just business under the carpet. We should not talk about it. Even though we know that there are some people on the government payroll, but we ensure that the masses will continue to checkmate them and will expose this government deeds. We are calling on the international community to be able to take siege of this matter and send, if possible, the FBI and the CIA in Liberia to conduct an impartial investigation because Liberia, under Joseph Newman Boyka, has become a narcotic state.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's Prince Sharif. He believed that I'm holding on to all of the investigation. I must have the power. The only investigation that I'm holding on here is the investigation of the CEO. Because I have empowered the panels here to investigate the CEO. Why? Because he does not respect my dictator behavior. That's what I'm going to investigate. Let's go ahead. James, go ahead.
Yeah. So, Brother Prince Sharif.
James, go talk your statement before. Don't address him. Okay, hold on. Somebody else is calling. Go ahead. Samson told like proper. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, my name is Judah. I'm calling from Virginia.
Thank you, Chief.
Hey, bro. Get ready. Get ready. Put the hot pepper in the soup. Get ready. Enjoy your show. But so that gets serious here. The drug issue is becoming a really, really problem in Liberia. We were hitting we are about this drug problem. But look at Braga too. I don't know if he's backsliding with this issue or what he's doing. I want to see him being serious.
Hold on. Let me merge a super guy with you. Go ahead. Hold on. Let me merge this guy. All right, go ahead. No, hold on. Rescue 3, hold on. You were close to the show. Don't worry. Go ahead, Chief. Go ahead. There's somebody.
Thank you. I would really love to see the president taking some action. I'm talking about firing people. I'm not talking about firing people. I want to see people be.
Hold on, Chief. Let me merge the other person. I beg you. Yeah. Just give me a minute here. Okay. The last caller, you got to mute yourself because there's noise coming from behind you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to see the president taking some decisive action. You are talking about fire people. Forget about firing people. You have to hold people accountable to know who is doing this thing here. And he did a call upon the international community if he doesn't trust his security sector. That would be one of the appropriate things for him to do because they think it will build Liberia. If you go travel, then people will scrape on niggas to the airport to to make sure we carry drugs. So the same thing they do to Nigerians and some other foreigners. So it's better that you do something now for our need of sport. Our need of sport too much. We're all blasting at job we have. We're doing job we have done. So I'm begging the president, let him do something serious.
Thank you.
People get to it very serious.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Rescue 3, let's hear from you. Then Aaron Brother will come in as usual. Rescue 3, let's hear from you. Rescue 3, are you there? Aaron Brother, let's hear from you. Rescue 3 will close it. Let's hear from you, Aaron.
Yes, how you doing, Mr. Toll?
I'm not even talking to you, sir.
How you doing? How you guys doing on the show?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, great conversation. I'm listening to the conversation, and I'm listening to Mr. Akwe, pleading to all Liberians that there should be a united front. We get it. Drugs going to Liberia or drugs coming from Liberia, it's not a good look for the country. And also the citizens outside in the diaspora. So we get it. But these were the same people who, when the drugs wasn't even coming from Liberia at the time. It was entering Liberia. Okay? It was entering Liberia to pass through Liberia. These were the same people who were saying, who were talking about incompetency, who were talking all kinds of stuff about the previous government. Not knowing that, fighting drugs is a serious issue, even in this great country that we are today. Fighting drugs is a serious issue. So, when I listen to people talk about credibility, talk about all these things, the embarrassing thing to this whole thing, the reason why names are not coming up today, because this was one of the major campaign talk for the current government. This is one of the major campaign talk for the current government. I remember vividly the president and the vice president today, they won the campaign trail, talking about it, talking about this. This is no it, this is no zombie, this is no, like reinvented drugs. This is the cocaine that was coming from Liberia. How many more of those cocaine we got in Liberia? How many more? So, people are talking about don't put it to the president feed, the president don't know nothing about drugs and stuff like that. There's information coming up, allegedly, linking this stuff, even driving the president in it. That's the information that's coming from Liberia. And, platforms are waiting to open their mouth and start talking if the government don't talk. This is a serious issue for the government. It's a real serious issue. All the other stuff that they're keeping themselves in the legs with, this will be the last one. I think they will really put their own legs in this issue. Because this is something that you campaign on. You drag other people to the mud. Every drugs incident that happened in Liberia, it was in Aboro and Jovia, because Jovia got a Jamaican woman. And I listened to Akwe on the show today talking about, the president, we don't want nothing to get on his legacy. The president don't even have a legacy, Akwe. Let me let you know. He doesn't.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Rescue 3, let's hear from you, then we can go for the panel to close this thing. Rescue 3, are you with us?
Yeah, what's up? How you doing?
Thank you. Let's hear from you. Close this so we can go to the rest of the group to close it.
I made a comment tonight concerning the drug issue in Nigeria. I think that's my 10th time to make a comments on the show, or to talk on the show, or talk on the drug issue in Liberia concerning a second immigrant in Liberia. They happy on the time Cecil were on the show when I talk about the Fuller bringing drugs in the country. Cecil talking another level here, getting them there with me on the show here. But then we enter the 2026. How many Fulani have been arrested with drugs in our country? The last one that happened I think just days gone more, was the one that they call we are on 1 million United States out to the border between Southern and Liberia. Another guy was called again who placed the drugs in the slipper. that you are bringing a slipper, that you imported a slipper, you bring it in the country. And now, there's another big name for that same community again that lean with their trust. You know, they had a saying, we would have grew up in Children, they had a saying, say, when you enter the town, the song that you can hear in the children more, you will know there's a major song in our town. And the issue we've been monitoring like just before, I have not been here for long. I've been there, I have good full of friends who are not part of this thing. But there's a key issue, Mr. Toll. Maybe if you have relatives or you have some friends in situated sector in Nigeria who are being really truthful to you, ask them the information. They will give the information. Why the English group decide to have second community? And like your people are not paying attention to this. And these people present themselves that they are so clean, they don't want them to do a politics. But these people use their media when a politician are coming to the race, they will use their money to buy their way out. And this thing is destroying our country because the drug issue is not about President Barack that we support him. The statement that Keto and Aaron made tonight, I support them in our sense because they were the campaign messages that we preach to the people. But in our one of them, so where they were bringing trust in the country, we never knew that the cartel have been there. And we're preaching with blind eye. Today is in our shoe. We don't want to no more for people to talk about it. Don't be frank. And the president said, or whoever related to the president, getting the link with the drug issue, the president should come and get them to talk about it. But to me, with the LDA, reason why the LDA has not come out here to say anything about it, because listen to the statement that the Shashi herself and U.S. Embassy put up. That the British agency and the U.S. government, the agency, they are working along with the LDA to be able to get every link to the drug issue that in our country. To me, that would be the whole that the LDA and that link to that link with the drug issue. But it's a serious subject and the identical issue when it comes up. People from the House of Representatives, people will be able to lose their job. I promise you, Mr. Toll, who are linked with the identical drug, they will lose their job. Because they are afraid that when you're being sent.
Thank you.
So this issue we should not joke with it because it's destroying they're destroying the youth of our country. See the young people who will be there tomorrow to replace us. So we don't put the quality aside and put the country first, and we don't put the country first and begin to buy political leader or whosoever because support the party will be destroy our own country. Thank you for the show, Mr.
Thank you. You'll be the last caller for the night. We're not taking any more calls. Let's go ahead. Hold on. Let's go ahead and let's do our closing, James.
No, I was in flight. I was cut off,
okay,
Mr.
You got 2 seconds to get back on
2
flight.
seconds.
Yeah.
What can I do? I was in flight. So you see,
hold on. You stay in flight. Caller, you're the last caller. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
So this is John here, and thanks to everybody for the show. Beautiful job.
Yeah.
I know we all love Liberia, and we all are very strong supporter of the current president. But it's sad to say. I think it's about time that the president hangs his boots. I mean, a good dancer is supposed to know when to exit the stage. You know when to exit the stage, right? So President Walker is a good person. But I think age is not in his favor, unfortunately. We are not going to elect President Walker for the second time. I'm sorry. I'm a strong supporter of him, but we can support him for the second time. I mean, he's not going to be able to run the country, to run the affairs of the country. Age is his major problem. Well, it's unfortunate. Let's support Liberia, and let's look out for somebody else for the next term, the next 6 years, but not President Buckeye. Thank you for the show, and thank you for the country.
Before you go, let me ask you. First of all, I know just listening to you is very painful to make this statement you're making. However, I mean you're putting Liberia first, but why are you making age the requisite in order for him to be reelected. Why are you making age that much at the top?
Great, good, very good question. Well, I know that President Bakai has worked for Liberia for several years and somebody who has an impeccable record, corruption free. But don't forget now, the presidency is not owned by the president. He's just one person. All the folks around him are notorious. Underline that. Very notorious. And the age is not allowing him. He just he likes everybody right now. He loves everybody. As soon as you go to him and tell him, "Oh, chief, he likes you." The president is not able to make any good decision. He has lived for a long time, 80 years plus now, right? I mean, his decision making. That kind of be able to make decision, right choice and stuff. I think it's affecting him right now. And the guys around him are affecting him. They don't mean well for the country. And he as long as they go to him and tell him, "Oh, chief, like Liberia now, chief," he thinks they're doing well. But we did not support President Baka to see the same thing happening that happened in the George Weah case. They're all happening. What is different? It's not happening. So the president is almost 80 years. Give him another 6 years. We know what age does. Several times you live, we know that you even your thinking get affected and stuff like that. So the president has to be an active person. President Baka is not active anymore.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Again, thank you, my brother. Age, yeah, so yeah, you say age and I'm not able to, where are we today? What are we? What station we on us? That who am I?
I was in flight.
No, Jim, hold on. We're gonna be going here. You got 2 minutes, the most. Go ahead. You got 2 minutes.
So
that will be your rapping and everything else. Go ahead.
No, I have to come by and rap because I was in flight.
We gotta get out of here. We're out of time. 2 minutes.
Okay, so while we celebrate the seizure of the drugs, and we want and the government to do public disclosure of suspects, of individuals connected to it. This will help, us when it comes to, identifying and prosecuting, individuals connected with this thing. Says individuals, according to the DEA, being identified, and we still see that they are being undisclosed names. We want those names to come because our friends on the other side of the aisle who will be running with mendacious narratives, we want them to know that years back, when this man campaigned, when we supported him, these are things exactly we stood on. It's one of the many mantras we stood on, telling Liberian people that we'll be able to defend the country. And trust me, if Liberians reach a point where, hey, maybe we tie with Unity Party and the rest of it, or whoever, the alternative can never be the CDC. So let no individual sitting out there listening to me right now under the sound of my voice wanting to come back in 2029. I'm sorry, you're not coming back anywhere. Over to you, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you. Thank you very much, James. The drugs issue, as you correctly stated, the DEA got in there, but the drug has been sitting at the airport for almost 5 days. Let's hear from you, Terry. Give us your closing, and Dr. Mari. Walter Carter will take us home because he came early. Let's hear from you, Rescue 2.
Yeah, thank you again for the show. The drugs thing is just something everybody talking about running around. I think two things involved. The how you call the thing? This drugs is very dangerous, and I doubt that the president will say who brought the drug. Maybe they may just find somebody and put it on them. So what happened in CDC town? Jawea people, they did the same thing. And I don't think it's going to be any different from what this government is going to do, because one of the things about this drug thing is that killing involved. If you're dealing with a Mexican cartel, the person who who routing that drugs already supposed to already have paid. They sort of pay them already for the money. They sort of getting the money to distribute to everybody. So if the drug were arrested and the person who's supposed to receive the consignment in London don't receive that consignment, heads will roll. So first of all, we want to know.
How
Huh?
you know all that thing? How you
Well,
know all that thing?
let the man talk. I beg you,
My man,
James.
that
What?
drugs business, that what can happen? We can see the
Okay.
thing, we read books, we watch the movies, we see how it look
Oh,
like, and all of that.
okay, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm speaking from, I'm not speaking that what I've done, I've never done that before. But what
I
I'm
know, I
saying to
know.
you,
You're a
if
pastor,
they
I
do
know.
not deliver this particular drug to where
Yep.
into the destination, some people will
Yeah.
die. And it will
And I agree
cost.
with you.
And this is why maybe certain names will not be heard. So obviously, it happened, job. We are talking, even the 200 and something million drug they say they buying. You saw it? We didn't see it. The other one, what they called to the airport, you saw it? We up to now, you know, after the Maringa drug, Nana, what is it about Maringa? People were bringing here, there, you know. You ever saw it?
Is there drugs in America? Yeah, you don't
Thank
see
you,
it.
Deborah. So,
James, you
no,
can't
what I mean,
interrupt, please.
what I'm saying, James, is that
Yeah.
I doubt that drugs that the real
Yeah.
people need, the real people behind that drug, I doubt that the need will come up. If the
Oh,
need come up, then Liberia have changed. Because the drug in question here is not Maringa. This is cocaine. That drugs, that drug not for Liberia. Like Liberia don't have the money to pay for that drug. And I see people talking about drug sporting. The people that can take that drug that passing through Liberia too, that the people that get money, that government official then, people in high places, they Lebanese border, that they the one behind those things, that they the one can take that drug. That drug, one, the smaller you get one, they can sell the small pieces. When they cook it, 1 or 8, that far out of US. So the beginner, what you see on the street are taking push and thing, that drugs, they're not push. So it's not for the category, the Zogo category. That drugs not for them. That drugs that are the one they call white girl, that cocaine. It's not ordinary drug. They're not the one DA and what you call them, that thing, they're not the one LDA or be bluffing with, oh, we can't drug data. They're not nothing in there. That drugs is the real drugs there that controlling economy, control people, country economy. So if that particular drug do not land to where it's supposed to go, some people, something will happen. So, so the person said that in Liberia that let it to pass, that person left in danger. Thank you.
Dr. Miles, give us your closing, please.
Yeah, thank you, Libra. I'm beginning to be a bit apprehensive on this drug issue. And it is sad to see Liberal and some of his cohorts romanticizing this drugs business tonight. With Keter, on the other hand, projecting crocodile tears and try to establish deep sympathy that drugs know no one. I agree with you. But my question to the panelists here, especially Mr. Akoi and the rest of the chorus member here is, where are the strategic plans to curtail this drug business in Liberia? When His Excellency jump-started the testing of drugs, why it disappeared? The system is being compromised. The legal system is weak, right? You have drug law walking out of our court and walking free, waving their hand to the masses at the temple of justice. Then we come on the platform and we try to romanticize the drugs issue. Are we really serious? When someone even suggested here that there's a need for us to put in place laws where drug law that will be apprehended, be hanged, face the capital punishment system. And people started raising the red flag around here, right? Until you take some drastic step, this drugs business has come to stay in Liberia. It's not going nowhere. Because even those who are supervising the curbing of the drugs, They themselves need a drug. It's a big time business in a very impoverished society like ours. People are being compromised. You don't have to wait for 3 months to get $1 million. You can get it in a few seconds. Can His Excellency reinstitute the testing of all government officials, including member of parliament and the judiciary executive member, test them every 6 months to see who has drugs in his or her bloodstream, and you be apprehended and turned over and face the justice system and thrown behind bar? People are brave to bring drugs at the airport. Have you put system in place where the airline owner will be arrested? The airline is bound, and people are thrown in jail, and you keep them for safekeeping more than 365 days before you even take them to court? We are joking with the drugs business. People continue to involve Georgia into the picture. Georgia is out of the scene right now. We are in charge. What are your strategic plan? This is what we're talking about. Not coming to romanticize the drugs issue here tonight. I
thank you. Thank you. Walter Carter, go ahead. Go ahead, Walter Carter.
Thank you, Lebra. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Come, guy, coming after me.
Don't be scared, Dr. James.
Go ahead.
I'm close to your chief.
Huh?
I'm close to your chief.
No, you don't. As soon as we're done finished with closing it, that good night time. Come back tomorrow, Gene. You join us tomorrow. We'll still tell the same thing. Walter, go ahead.
Thank you. Look, Dr. Mari, drug test locally has nothing to do with drug internationally.
See trouble.
You can get all your government official drug tests. Okay. If the cartel want to bring drug in your country and use your country as a hub to export drugs, you can't do nothing about it. You can't tell me some of the names that are the core.
No.
The people on drugs. They're not on drugs. No. That drugs, like Perry said, it was not intended for Liberia. Cocaine, not small drug. The Zongo, they ain't able to buy one pinch of cocaine to even sniff. To go one pinch of cocaine, not small money. That drugs were intended for another market. That way you heard the legs of the Brussels airline all involved that were going to transport that drugs on. But what we're saying here, we're not here to cry crocodile tears. We are crying realistically that our children are dying, that our people are dying with the kind of poverty that our country experiencing at this point. If those people get hold of our society, it will be catastrophic. That's why we're saying government officials who are involved, let the president take action, serious actions. Because it will come a time, they may be giving you 100,000, 200,000 here and there. But if they really wanted to grab you, they will take your family members, some of the family members that you love, and keep them in safekeeping. And they tell you, say, move our drugs. And if you don't move the drugs, you will see their foot on the side and here on the other side, and they will deliver it right to your door. Then they will call it the next man in authority, the Chief Justice. If you don't let our men go that you're calling on drugs, you see your son, the toes will be right to your door. What you will do? Our system will be compromised. This is what we are talking about. This is not a joke. These people kill people for even dying when it comes to drugs. You play with their money. They put bullet right in your head. They don't care. They go to war with government, with military. They go to war with police. They don't care. It's a demonic force that behind this whole thing. And we must stop it. We must cut it off. We must cut it completely off of our society. Even if it takes for us to go to our native people, whether we introduce the country devil like they did in the election, that they put country devil, as I said, the poor can run away so another candidate can win, they can do the same thing. These people from North or what part of America they're coming from, whether Cuba or Mexico or wherever, if they want, let it come. Let the poor country devil and see if they meant to stand there. Let us do something to erase what is unfolding in our society. And I like we say, not about George, we are gone. Joseph Boakai in office.
Thank
And
you.
not one of the put I'll put it on Joseph Boakai for to say he the one bringing drugs in, but he can stop it.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you, the
Walter
labor.
Carter. Again,
Mr. Todd, this one has nothing to do with drugs,
okay, guys,
and
and we're way out of
yeah, it
time.
has nothing. It has
But
nothing to do
we
with
have
drugs. Yet 30 seconds. The deputy speaker is going to be in Fargo. I want to put it out to you. He will be here in Fargo, North Dakota, and participating in the upcoming Lofa County Convention. Wherever you are listening right now, I mean, you can make Fargo your home for the next 3 to 4 days or so, beginning from Friday. Yes, Thomas Fowler and members of the Lofa County Legislative Caucus will be here. So I just thank you so much, Mr. Toll, for allowing me to just squeeze this one in. Yeah, so the chairlady of the Lofa County Convention out here, Lydian and Boyman, I mean, and others reach out to you. I mean, an invitation out there, wherever you are across the US, let's converge out there in Fargo, North Dakota to celebrate Lofa and see what we can do about our county. Thank you so much.
Is it a
Again,
fanatic
folks,
invitation?
Does he have answer to the systemic drugs issue?
Dr. Marty, the show is over, guys.
Thank you, Labor. Good night.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
kept a long time, man.
Thank you, guys.
Are you being hiding? You want to know water, my man?
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night, Walter Carter. Good night, James. Good night, Dr. Marty. We'll say good night to all of you. I want to say this here before I close here tonight. The drug issue, as Walter Carter correctly stated, if anybody believe that these people don't have the means to wreak havoc in your country, better think again. Like I said, if they get hold of your country and penetrate the money, they have it. They have money. They don't put their money in the bank. They have money. And in Liberia, where people are poor, some people don't even have anything to eat tonight. And some of them are in high position. How much you paying them? $15,000 a month? $20,000 a month? And all of a sudden they look at $1 million. How are you going to stop them from compromising your security? And because of that, we're saying to you, it requires Liberians that will not compromise for their stomach. Liberians that will not compromise for anything. Put country first. You bring these people who are not connected, truly connected to Liberia. They don't care. They're only in position because of their friendship with you. They're only in position because they supported you when you were running campaign and you brought them closer to you. What do they care? They are not Liberians. What do they really care? They're Liberian, naturalized, maybe, but do they really are they really connected? If this is not going to be a problem that the Liberian government is able to resolve, involve the international community. They gave her a mail before. They know that this drug issue, if we're not careful, can destabilize the entire region again. And they don't want to come spend money on something that they're not supposed to. I'm just saying to all of us, let's continue to pray for one another and let's continue to pray for our country. We'll be back again tomorrow. This is Samson to Liberia Public Radio. I want to say thank you very much and thank all of you. Ma Esther, as usual, thank you, madam. Thank you very much for your continued contribution and your continued support of Liberia Public Radio. With that, I will say good night to all of you. Let's meet here again tomorrow night. And the Tabata start all over. Good night, folks.